Guys, welcome back to the Melsa Show. Please, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. And we're ready to start our show. So today we are going to talk about Drake.
Yes.
He actually released his new album 6 days ago. It was released on Apple Music and Spotify as well. And I believe also Amazon Music.
Yes.
And the album is called Honestly, Nevermind. Okay?
Okay, I see. I noticed that you saw my reactions.
Yes.
What's the name of the album again?
It's called Honestly, Nevermind.
Okay.
That's the name of the album.
Sounds like Drake.
Yeah, it sounds like Drake. It's his 7th studio album. It's basically like a dance album. You know what I mean? Like It has that kind of dancey, clubby vibe on the album. The album was actually dedicated to Virgil Abloh. I'm saying his name, I apologize, wrong. But he was an artistic designer for Louis Vuitton. And he was a big influential fashion designer who had a long association with Kanye West. And he died last year at the age of 41 from cardiac complications. He had a rare type of cancer. And so the whole album is kind of inspired Louis Vuitton type of icon.
Okay.
And he also released a video called Falling Back.
I've read comments about that video.
Yeah. I watched the video twice and I was not impressed with the video. I'm a huge Drake fan, #1 fan. The video incorporated 2 of his songs on his album track, but it's him getting married to a whole bunch of women. It's just a very weird, really weird video. And because I listened to the video before listening to the album, it kind of like turned me off a little bit. But I did listen to his album twice just to get a feel, because obviously the first time you listen, you're just like, you know. But the second time around, I'm like, yeah, I dig it. There's a lot of bad review about this album.
A lot. But I can feel it's the Drake fan talking.
Yeah.
The way we say, I dig it.
It's the Drake fan talking, but also I think Drake is a smart businessman, okay? Everything that Drake does, there is some kind of business background going on in his head when it comes to what he's releasing, when he released. He only gave 3 days notice for this album and he dropped it 3 days later. So, like I said, there's a lot of missed reviews. There's a lot of disappointment about the album. But I have to say, he basically tapped into the European market with the clubby type of vibe on his album. So he knows what he's doing.
But people felt that the album came out of nowhere, that he could have waited longer, maybe to make it better, make it perfect, because they felt like there was something missing. It's not that the album is not good, but it's like it's not finished.
Okay, so I will say to that response, I don't think it's not finished. I think people are very used to Drake being the rapper. And when I started to be introduced to Drake, it was all the singing type of songs. And then after he came out with all the rap type of, well, there was a bit of both. This album, there's only one song that he raps on, and the rest is just singing.
Oh, wow.
He's just singing on the whole album. And it's not everybody that is down when Drake is
singing
and all these love songs, and they're like, what does he think he is? An R&B singer and all that stuff. I thought he was a rapper.
People prefer more Drake the rapper.
They prefer Drake the rapper. But I like when every album that he's ever released is so different. And I appreciate that, like you have certain artists that every album sounds the same. Drake is not one of those artists. It's always different. There's a different beat. He likes to mix it up, whether he goes reggae, whether he goes Afrobeats, whether he goes more UK type of rapping. It's all different. It's never the same thing that you get on an album for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, listen, it's not my favorite album, but it was okay for me, but I can't say that it was horrible. But it is really a dance album. 100%. It's a dance album for sure.
Okay, because people people was saying that they felt like he felt a pressure from Beyonce because he announced his album like right after Beyonce announced that she was going to release Renaissance also. So they felt like it was just like he felt pressured and then he had to release first. And that's why it was so like, like unexpected. And then it was rushed. And then people also criticized the way the title of the album, the way it was, the logo and everything.
Yes.
So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I read all the different criticisms on his album, but just to say a little tea, a lot of the songs made me think that he's still crashing on Rihanna.
Oh my God, he has to move on.
And, he says it in some lyrics that he's moving on, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I know Drake has sung a lot of songs that were related to Rihanna. And I just got the vibe listening to this album. I was like, really? You're not over it? Move on, dude.
And the more he's not over it, the less chance he has to get back with Rihanna.
For sure.
Because, like, he has to, Rihanna is not that kind of woman.
No.
Like, he's like, she's a nonsense woman. Like, come on, move on and act like a man because, like, he whined too much about her. Like, yes, we understand that, okay, you loved her or you still love her, but just move on because she did.
Yeah, she definitely did move on. And at the same time, like, he had a baby with another woman. So it's like, what do you want her to do? Like, you closed that door once that happened.
And then allegedly, he was with many other women. I think he was even with J-Lo at some point. Like,
yes. So, if you're so in love, get your stuff together. You know what I mean? And honestly, listening to some of these songs, I'm like, dude, just move on. It's a wrap. It's finished. It's time to move on. You find the love of your life, go have some babies with them, and get married, and end of story.
Yes. So basically, you will recommend us to listen to this album?
I think it will be hard for people who are not Drake fans. I honestly feel that most people, it's going to be a hit or miss for most people. They'll listen to it and be like, what is this stuff? What is this stuff? Because like my first go through of the album, there were some songs I was just like, what is happening? Then I listened to it again, because obviously the first time you're like, you're surprised, you're taken aback, or like, what is this? And then the second time listening through, I was just like, okay, I get it, but it was okay. It was an okay album.
Okay.
It's not my fave albums.
Anyway, I will give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try.
I will definitely give it a try. You never know, because I'm always looking for new album to listen to, so I will give it a try.
Absolutely. Give it a try. But yeah, there's nothing spectacular. There's nothing wow. It's honestly, it's okay.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode. So we hope that you are able to enjoy our thoughts, and then that you are able to enjoy the discussions on the subject. And if you didn't do so yet, you can always like and subscribe to our channel And we have already recorded many other episodes. You can always go back and listen to them, and then feel free to leave a comment or ask us any question. So thank you for listening, and see you next time.